Hi, this is Phil Lee of Inside Digital Media to talk to you today about the recent unconfirmed reports that Sony-BMG is going to abandon DRMs in their music distribution of digital files. About 2 years ago, on February 15th of 2006, we published a research report entitled Digital Music Goes Mainstream. That report is available free of charge to those of you that want to go to our website, InsideDigitalMedia.com. On the research tab, you'll find a link to all of our reports that are free, and you can find that among them. But that was about 2 years ago. We did that report, and we concluded that the record label industry would find it in its own best interest to abandon DRMs for two reasons. First, DRMs simply complicate the process for the consumer, particularly in the mainstream. The mainstream consumer is simply not going to pay anyone to further complicate their lives. DRMs create incompatibilities and complications that the mainstream consumer simply won't tolerate. The second point is that the abandonment of DRM is going to give the record label an industry to change its focus. Instead of being obsessed with the white whale that the DRM has been for them, now they can begin to focus on how to use the internet to distribute new music and popularize a new artist. Popularizing new artists is really kind of the key and the lifeblood to the industry. But historically, that's been done over broadcast radio. But radio is losing its audience, and it's clear to me that the successor is going to be the internet, particularly when the wireless internet comes of age and moves into the mainstream. Consider, for example, that the record label industry last year, in 2007, generated around $12 billion in revenue. It sold its product. It charged for its product. In contrast, the broadcast radio industry generated about $20 billion a year in revenue, almost 70% more. And they gave their product away for free, or at least let the consumer listen for free. And, of course, the revenues came from ads. Now, historically, the record labels have not been able to share. They have not been permitted to share in the advertising revenue that the broadcast radio industry generates. The internet is different. In fact, legislation requires that internet radio pay the record labels for the music that they play. But on top of that, even more importantly, I think that the record labels are going to discover ways of distributing their music and popularizing their new artists on the internet in ways that permit the consumer to listen for free in exchange for ads. So I think that in conclusion, we're going to see that the abandonment of DRM is going to be a major benefit for the record labels. And we predicted that it would be so 2 years ago in that research report. So, in conclusion, for those of you that would like to engage our research services to help you anticipate change and adapt to whatever the future might hold, feel free to contact me. Philip Lee. I'm with Inside Digital Media, and my phone number is 813-837-3631.